I'm going to be honest here, this is not going to make any sense. Like, none of this will make any sense. I'm literally just going along with it and seeing what happens here. If you're here looking for in-depth and accurate knowledge of your football club in the championship, you're not going to get that here, okay? This isn't the place for it. This is me just kind of vibing and seeing what happens. And you know what? That would probably be as accurate as actually trying to predict it normally. Because the championship is the hardest league in the world to even possibly predict, and it's so annoying. Trying to predict the championship accurately in any way whatsoever is the same thing as doing a uni-level mathematics course. You're f***ed. It's like trying to build a house with a stick. You're not going to do it. So if I really do try and do some research, I'm probably going to be wrong anyway. So let's just vibe with it, shall we? If you guys somehow do enjoy, smash the like button and also subscribe if you're new. And tell me your predictions down below in the comments of your top 6 and bottom 3. Good luck. A lot of football going on, a lot of transfer news going on. You need one place to keep an all tabs of your football news. That's why this video has been sponsored by OneFootball. Have you heard of it? Of course you have. It is a free to download app on the App Store or Google Play Store on iPhone or Android. Any country, any league, it's got you sorted. All transfer news, all football match stats, even San Marino. If you're a big San Marino fan, then you can keep up to date with them as well with all the news. So of course, I'm a Burnley fan, so that means that I can favourite Burnley, and for any new transfer news, it will pop up on my phone as a notification, and I can scroll down. So as of right now, Burnley are currently linked with Liverpool's Nat Phillips, so I will always keep up to date. The link is in the description to go and download OneFootball, and I do want to say thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Let's get into it. Yes, I'm using a tier maker because I'm a YouTuber, and what else do you expect? So this is what we're doing here. This is the most easiest way to put it all together so that everyone understands. So we got our categories, which is first, second, playoffs, 7th and 10th, which is more like, you know, challenging for the playoffs kind of tier that could be up there. I think will stand the most chance of being in playoffs, or the outside of it at least. 11th to 18th is just the absolute wasteland of mid-table teams that literally probably be very relevant for the entire year. 19th and 21st is just challenging for relegation, then the relegation spot, stay in a fight, and then there's Derby, which is, well, I mean, just Derby, they're going down. I mean, like, there's literally no way that Derby are not going down. I mean, I barely even know the championship, yeah, but if even Derby fans think they're going down, I swear they have like 8 players. Literally, they just survived last year, and they have to go down. Like, they're so up in so many ways. If they don't go down, then that'd be the championship, because that'd be so typical that they won't go down when everyone expects them to. So there's not really much logic on what I'm going to do here. So if you don't agree with me, don't take it personal. I'm an idiot. See, I admit that. So, you know, let's move on with that, shall we? So let's get stuck in and just start moving teams about. So let's go with Swansea. I like Swansea. I love Swans. And I think Swansea, after them being in the playoffs last year, I think they'll be fighting for them. But I don't think they'll get in. I think they'll be around 8th, 9th this year. I don't think they'll be in playoffs. They're missing a few players. I don't know. I just kind of feel like they'll be about 8th or 9th, really. Let's go up next. Let's go with Forest. Mid-table, as always. I'm so sorry. Like, the team hasn't really got much better, really. They just kind of exist. So, I'm so sorry, Forest fans. Like, I don't know. I don't even know where. Like, literally any team in this 11th to 18th mid-table wasteland, any position, I can't pick. It could be anywhere here. It doesn't really matter. Another team that I will put in mid-table, you may be surprised with, but I'm putting Barnsley. I think they'll be on the higher end of it, like 11th or 12th. I don't think they'll have as good as a year as they did last year. I think they'll be crashing back down to earth, and yeah, I think they'll be around kind of mid-table. On the top end of it, though, but not too much. Fighting for relegation, it's just Birmingham. They probably will be like 22nd, 20th the entire year, and then turn into Barcelona for the last couple of weeks, as always. So they could be maybe like, you know, 17th, 16th, but just to be kind of accurate here, I doubt they'll be doing that well, really. So, yeah, and let's go for a team in playoffs. I think a sure thing to be in playoffs is Bournemouth. They've still got a good team. I like the way they play football. They have to be in playoffs. They've got to go up this year. Otherwise, there'll be a situation, I feel like. They really have to make this their year to go up. And I don't think they have enough to be in first or second. I don't think they have enough defensively to actually be that solid at the back. So I'm expecting them to score more goals than the other team, and I think they'll do quite well. But oh no, I expect playoffs for them. Next up, let's go for a team in the fighting for playoffs. Let's go for a team that I think will do quite well, but not just enough. I'm putting in Cardiff City. Kiefer Moore, Big Ed. I like his big head. Really, most of my logic here is just kind of like, yeah, I know a player, and that's really it. Keep it more. Cardiff are usually always decent. I don't think they'd be too high up there, but you never know of them. You never know of Cardiff. They kind of just exist in that kind of region of like 11th or 7th. Maybe 6th sometimes, then back to 8th. Like, they kind of exist there. Team, which should be a team in the mid-table pack. I'm so sorry. I'm putting Reading. Reading, they lost Elise. I know that he was a great player for them. And Reading, they just kind of, again, exist. They got some good young players, though. Some great young players. So they could actually be maybe a higher end of it, maybe fighting for the playoffs. But I think it'll just be like another mid-table season for them, maybe like 12th or 13th or something. Let's go for a newly promoted club, because it's Blackpool, Peterborough, and Hull. I think that Blackpool will do good. I actually kind of like Blackpool. I think they have some good players, and I think they'll be fine. I don't know why. Like, maybe on the lower end, like 17th, 18th, 16th. But I think Blackpool, I think they'll be okay. I feel like they will be. I don't really have a reason why. When I've seen them play, they seem to have some decent, tidy players. So, really, that's my logic. I just kind of think they'll be alright this year, really. Let's go for another newly promoted team. I'm going with Peterborough, and they're fighting, really, to stay up for me. It's either 21st or Derby. And I want to say they're staying up because they got Clark Harris. They got a striker that can score goals, okay? If you got a striker that can score goals, you stand a chance. Let's go for a team in mid-table. I think Coventry. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be alright. Preston could be in a 19th area, or could be 18th. They could be anywhere around there. I don't really know. You know what, man? Everyone has guessed Derby, Peterborough, and Huddersfield to go down, and I want to, but I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't want to make the same prediction as everyone else. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to do this, and I will get shouted at for this. I know I will, but watch this. So I'm backing Hull to go down, okay, and I'm saying Peterborough staying up. I'm doing it, okay? I'm doing it. It's between Hull and Peterborough, okay? And everyone's saying Peterborough, and I like to back the underdogs here, okay? So Peterborough, you're staying up, okay? I know the whole in the league, but they have the main chances of being mauled by the Tigers, okay? It's a chance. So, Hull, you're going down. Huddersfield, I'm so sorry, but like, yeah, you've got a Yorkshire Terrier as your main mascots, really. You know, there you go. That's all I need to say, really. I don't know why I put Preston to be down here, but I'm a Burnley fan, so fair enough. And I guess Blackburn, they're just mid-table. I think it'd be like 16th, 15th, 14th. They usually have a good start and then say, oh yeah, they're coming up, and they start atting me and be like, oh my god, yeah, we'll see you next year, or all that nonsense, and then they inevitably always bottle it. Luton Town, again, mid-table. I don't know where. Any team here could be anywhere, really. One last team to go into this beautiful spot, 11th to 18th. I'm putting in Bristol City on the lower end of it. I think they'll be in that mid-table spot. So, now left with the playoff pretenders. We're now left with the first, second, the actual playoffs. This is the fun part. This is where we're going to have a lot of fun here. So, we still got Sheffield United, West Brom, Millwall, Fulham, QPR, Stoke, and Middlesbrough. Don't know why, but I think Fulham will be in playoffs. Fulham are always in playoffs. They've got some decent players. I just think consistency is a thing that they don't have there. They've also lost Scott Parker. They got Marco Silva. Fulham, they could be out of playoffs for all I know. Like, again, this could be anything here, but I'm saying playoffs, about 5th or 4th. Now, let's go for a team that I think will miss out on the playoffs, and I think it will be Stoke City. I think they'll be up there. However, I just don't think they'll be in the playoffs. I think they'll be fighting for it, though, but I don't think they'll go all the way. Now, we've got Millwall, QPR, Middlesbrough, West Brom, Sheffield United. For me, it's between Millwall, QPR, or Middlesbrough. It's between those three. I don't know, but there's a good feeling about QPR right now. And I really like what they're doing in preseason. Has been great, but you know, you just get that feeling of like a club that's on the up. Like, they've got that good momentum behind them. I'm backing QPR to be in playoffs. I think they'll be in playoffs. I don't know why. I just like the vibe they have right there. They got a good vibe, and I just back that. Really, they got a good striker. I'm just feeling it. Really, like, my logic here. doesn't really need to make any sense, but that's just what I'm going with here. So it's between Millwall and Middlesbrough. Me and Middlesbrough fans have had a lot of fun in the years gone by. Back when we was in Championship and back in Premier League. A lot's happened since then. I don't know why I feel like Millwall will be up there. I don't know why. Maybe I'm an idiot. But I'm backing Millwall to be in playoffs. Get in there, lads. Millwall, they're in the playoffs. It'd be Bournemouth, Fulham, QPR, and Millwall. I don't know why, but there's always that one team that sneaks in playoffs. Last year was Barnsley, and this year I think it's Millwall. There's no real logic behind it. I just kind of feel like it. This may make absolutely no sense, so don't take this personally here. This may be absolutely wrong here, completely. But I just got a good feeling about Millwall. I just do. So we're now left with Sheffield United or West Brom. Sadly, it is a case that most teams that do go down from Premier League usually bounces back up because like the quality is very different, the money is so like different to the rest of the division, and they've not really lost many players really of their entire team between West Brom and Sheffield United. It's weird because these are both new managers with a team. So it may sound really weird to like say, oh yeah, these guys will be out top, but their team is pretty much the same thing that they had in the Premier League. This is what I feel. I think it'll be West Brom second, and I think it'll be Sheffield United first. The amount of options they have in attack for Sheffield United is ridiculous. It's pretty much the same team still from when they were 10th in Premier League. They've got everything that they need to win the championship. They've done it before, only not long ago with it in there. It could really be either, honestly. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just backing Sheffield United because of the fact that they were so good in the Premier League that even though it's a new manager, the players are all still there. So I'm still going to back them here. Tell me your thoughts down below in comments. What's your predictions? Again, this may mean nothing at all. I'm not a championship master. I don't know everything. And I'll be honest, trying to predict this correctly, trying to do a degree in space, okay, at university. It's not possible. Have this and deal with it. So, yeah, if you guys do enjoy, smash the like button and also subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all next time for another video. And yeah, boys, peace out.